the Brinket's the one in the NHL to me that's most, I guess, most similar. I think there's things he does better than the Brinket, but again, he's at a different level than the Brinket is right now. So can he do that same thing in the NHL the way he's doing now? I think he can. You know, the offensive part of it like that is really special. So to compare it to other guys, I don't know, Atkinson was another guy that I used to think that he was a lot like, slippery and sneaky and always found ways to be open. I think, again, I think Cole's got some offensive instincts, maybe even better than that. But I'd say those are probably the two guys that I think of most.
Is there a particular area in his approach that he's improved in the time you've been with him, almost 2 seasons now?
The defensive part of the game and you know, understanding responsibilities there, the leadership part for sure. I think, you know, the compliment that I made to him the other day, I think, you know, he's making everybody better around him. And when, you know, as a young player, that's probably the hardest thing, you know, to understand the impact you have on the rest of your team, your line mates, and everybody around. And he's had that impact in a positive way that he's making people around him better. And his intensity without the puck this year is at a elite level. And the commitment at that part of the game is at an elite level. So I think that his maturity of understanding, you know, if he's going to get on the ice and gets to Montreal in the same situations he's on the ice here, he's going to have to be responsible defensively. He's got to prove that he can play against the other team's top lines and all of that. And he's been, you know, all in as far as being committed to doing that. And I think that's why at the World Junior Tournament, I thought he had an outstanding tournament. I think everyone expected him to get 10 or 15 goals in that tournament, or, you know, he didn't have a good tournament. Now, that's not right. What you expected him to do was be a leader and play the game the right way to help his team win. His team won. And the reason his team won is because when he didn't score, he still did other things to be an impact player in the game. And I think that's the maturity and the part that, you know, I've really seen him, you know, grow into understanding that and appreciating it and realizing at the end of the game, he doesn't need to be on the score sheet in the goal department all the time for his team to have success. And I've seen him celebrate other people's successes, whether it's shot blocks on our team, other people's goals or big plays or the PK, as much as he does when he scores. And that's where I think he's really, again, brought that maturity into his approach to the game and his leadership. And I mean, he's come a long way into being a really complete player in a fast time.
Yeah, that was the phrase that he used when we talked to him earlier. Complete player, not just offense, but responsible defensively. Is there? I know you got the shooting range there. Is there a couple of tweaks that you've worked on with him with his shot, or is that?
No, I would be the one asking him. Yeah, I wouldn't be instructing him. So I mean that's a smart. I mean, when you see somebody that has the gift that he has, you don't try to correct anything. You try to learn from him, and then you try to adjust different teaching to what he needs, not what I think he needs. He knows what he needs more than I do. And when you get great players like that, I've been fortunate enough to be around enough in my career. You learn from them about what makes them tick, what they see, how they position their hands and feet in different situations. And then you try to teach off of that to help other guys learn to, you know, I don't know that anyone will ever be like that again, that I'm able to coach. But there's certain things that our guys have, by watching Cole, have picked up on and added to their game. And like I said, not at that level, but they've added little things to their game. So I think that's why it's fun coaching guys like this. Is you know, I never shot a puck like that. I couldn't open my hips up like that to be available to shoot pucks like that. I didn't have hands like that. So you know, again, I'm respecting what he brings to it and learning from him. And he puts the time in too. It's not just something, okay, he's good at it, and then, you know, when the game plays, I'm going to get ready, you know, by what he's doing it all day, every day. And if you watch him practice, every puck that comes near the net, he's putting it, you know, right where he wants it. And that's just the mental preparation of being ready. So when it happens in the game, that's where the puck's going.